Welcome back to Foot in Mouth. Graham Potter sacked Brendan Rodgers by mutual consent, leaving Leicester.
Let's first address the elephant in the room. Spence isn't here. Unfortunately, Spence isn't here. And honestly, judging by United's results, I also almost didn't want to be here.
But someone had to.
I do have a new shirt.
We had to break it in. What a better time to get it than after a wonderful result like we saw this weekend. But we are going to get to the results. But just to start with, Graham Potter, I think every fan in the Premier League right now is disappointed. You know,
I don't think Chelsea fans are disappointed. I think Chelsea fans wanted him gone, didn't they?
Yeah, Chelsea fans wanted him gone. I just mean for everybody else, bro. Chelsea were giving out points, bro. Like, if you needed points, go to Stamford Bridge, let Chelsea come to you. You were guaranteed the 3 points. Like that was how things were going. And I do feel disappointed for Graham Potter. I am a fan of Graham Potter. I think that he was hard done by. I think, yes, you can say he was backed by the board, but maybe he was overbacked. I didn't think overbacked was a thing, but he had far too many big players thrown at him in too short a time frame.
I know, but I, at the end of the day, I do hope he wanted those players. I know it doesn't seem like...
Maybe he'll say something about it now that he's out the job.
He did want those players, because he was just throwing a handful of new players and the whole team.
That's a lot, bro.
Again, like...
And Brighton is a small squad. He's already not used to managing a squad the size of Chelsea before all those new signings. You know what I mean?
I do think Chelsea need like big money managers. I think they need big name managers. I think
that's true.
I do think that's kind of their stock standard.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think Chelsea should have been doing better. Even with Potter, even without him, they did well to beat
Potter's
Dortmund.
tactics got stale. I'm not saying that he was like innocent in all this. You know what I mean? But he looked like someone that was out of his depth.
He did look like
someone that was, and I mean, he aged so much in that 6 months that he was.
But he came in with a nice haircut and a nice beard.
Bro, when he came in, he looked like he was ready for this opportunity. And I think he was. To be fair, I really think he was. I don't think it's been all downhill. Look, Chelsea have been doing quite decent in the Champions League.
That's the thing. Yeah, they did beat Dortmund.
Yeah, like it hasn't been all, it's just a matter of the consistency was non-existent, bro. And the win rate before the World Cup, after the World Cup, it's not good enough for Chelsea. And Chelsea are cut out. This is their third manager this season.
I know, yeah.
Their third manager this season, bro. Shameless, bro.
You do have to do well at Chelsea, though. Chelsea isn't the type of team where you, like, I don't think they want to do that old rebuild thing where there's two seasons.
They're not the type.
They're not the type. They have to get a big manager who's going to go and do his thing and then start winning shit.
And that brings me to like what I've been thinking, because I think that Potter sacking now, pretty much a week after there was a big spiel about how the board are fully behind Graham Potter.
Yeah.
I think that this is heavily influenced by Nagelsmann's availability. And I think that is in the domino effect, that's going to screw Tottenham. Because I think Spurs are banking on Nagelsmann, or were banking on Nagelsmann until Potter got sacked.
I'm going to be honest, though. I can't really blame the Todd Bowley shit for sacking him if Nagelsmann is there.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. And Chelsea are opportunistic, bro. It's no love lost with them, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. I understand why they sacked Potter now. Not only because of Nagelsmann's availability. I mean, Chelsea could have maybe sacked him because Luis Enrique is saying that he's ready to get back into management. That could be someone that they're looking at. That's someone who I actually think could be worth a shout at a club like Chelsea. But I think it's driven by Nagelsmann. Chelsea, by hiring Potter in the first place, they tried to, I think, pull a bit of an Arsenal, where you kind of invest in this,
it's a long term,
unproven but talented guy. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was the idea. And just because it didn't work out with Potter, they can afford to kind of start that again with someone else. And Nagelsmann kind of fits the profile, if not way more so than Graham Potter did.
Yes, 100% more so than Graham Potter. But I guess, yeah, and even being Nagelsmann, I think you'd much rather go to Chelsea than like Tottenham right now.
Bro, I mean, look, Nagelsmann, with what he's done at Bayern, he can work with big players. He can work under a lot of pressure, and he can win.
Yeah.
Bayern, again, I mean, when he was sacked by Bayern, let's not forget, Bayern only 1 point behind Dortmund in the Bundesliga, and they were also having a solid run in the Champions League. This is a dude that literally wasn't necessarily doing anything wrong. He just could have been doing better in Bayern's eyes, and again, fair play to them. But this could be a massive opportunity for Chelsea. I don't see them bringing him in before the end of the season, so Spurs will probably have time to negotiate, try maybe tempt him a bit more before the end of the... They're going to have to hope that they finish strong. if they're going to want to tempt Nagelsmann or anyone of his type of caliber. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they
For all we know, that's where Graham Potter ends up next season, dog.
Yeah, I was gonna like, yeah. There's so many like sack firings and shit happening now. Like there's places where if I were fucking Potter, I am trying to get into Tottenham. I'm trying to get into fucking.
I'd go to Spurs, bro.
Yeah,
if I'm Potter, I'd go to Spurs because look, you're already in London.
Yeah,
You don't have to move or anything
but
like that.
you're gonna be hated though.
You'll be doubted.
No, you'll be hated. Chelsea fans are gonna hate you.
You know, Chelsea fans, I don't even think they'll care because he didn't do anything. I think it's not like Mourinho going there straight from them. Like, Graham Potter didn't do nearly enough for Chelsea fans to care enough about Potter for them to be like, wow, I can't believe he's joining Spurs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, fair enough. And they did want him out anyway.
And they did want him out. I think if he goes to Spurs, I think he's going to be doubted by Spurs fans because they're going to see what happened down the road.
Honestly, he should go to Leicester.
He should. And that is an option.
Because
Brendan Rodgers being touted with the Spurs job, even that, I think that's a pretty decent
I think that's
shout.
solid too. But I think maybe Potter isn't a top 4 manager. Maybe he's just a fucking.
Maybe. I feel like this is like a second coming of David Moyes, but Moyes he did do better. But I think this is one of those things where you saw a manager performing above expectations at a lower league side basically. And then getting an opportunity which. Yeah, he deserved it. I think he did deserve the opportunity. I just think it was the wrong club, bro. It was the wrong club. I think if he goes to any of the other big 6 clubs, they don't move. Okay, not City, obviously, but like if he goes to, he was linked with. Rodgers was linked with the Arsenal job at one stage, but I think Potter was as well. Like I think if Potter comes to Arsenal, for instance, it doesn't play out like this.
I guess, but like also you got to look at that Chelsea team is so stacked. Bro. How are you doing badly with that team? I know they don't have a striker.
That is the disappointment.
Yeah, like I know they don't have a striker and shit, but they should be scoring more goals, dude. Like
they have a striker. They got João Felix.
He doesn't play as a striker, and the person they do play as striker is
Kai
Havertz, and he's not a fucking striker. He's a cam.
It's bizarre that all these managers at Chelsea have stuck with that template of Havertz as striker.
No, well before this it was Aubameyang.
They tried
Aubameyang. Yeah. Honestly, I would still play Aubameyang. I would still play Aubameyang now over Havertz.
Now Aubameyang is loving with his Barcelona homies, yo. He's like staying there. But yeah, it was the right decision for Chelsea. Graham Potter is getting a mega payout, so maybe he takes some time out from football before he comes back. I think that he is a manager where there'll be a job for him when he comes back. Even though this stint at Chelsea didn't go well, it was only 6 months. I think he probably tried his best. He tried his best, you know what I mean? And his tactics, they will work with a different group of players. He wasn't getting it right with this Chelsea team. He changed his starting 11 I don't know how many times.
But that's because there's so many players in that
so
goddamn
many players,
team.
Bro. Where's Pulisic? Is Pulisic injured? Or is he just...
He played. He's been playing. I think he played like a couple games ago.
Damn, bro.
But yeah, I think it's tough. Because he didn't get a preseason and shit, so he's come into someone else's team and then got someone else's players.
And all the talk from the Chelsea board and stuff with that, oh no, he deserves at least the preseason.
Yeah, they were gonna back him.
This was opportunistic, bro. Nagelsmann's available. They probably heard behind the scenes that Spurs or someone else is sniffing around, and they were like, now we have to jump, or at least we have to avail ourselves. You know what I mean? I think Nagelsmann looks at that Chelsea squad and he thinks, yes, please.
Yeah.
You look at those players coming from Bayern, bro. Any other club right now aside from Chelsea is pretty much a definite downgrade.
Yeah.
Definite downgrade. I know that these players are struggling, but like you say, the players that Chelsea have, they should not be 11th.
No, they shouldn't be.
They should not be 11th.
But even like that Aston Villa game. Did you see how many shots they had on target?
Yeah.
There were so many shots on that Chelsea team. And every Chelsea game I've watched is like that. There's so many shots taken, but none of them go in.
And that's why I think kind of... shame for Potter because he can't help that, bro. If these players aren't putting if Chelsea's players put away 50% of the chances they create, Potter looks like a fucking legend in the making at that club, bro.
It's like a whole team of Nunes.
He looks like a legend in the making at that club because his win rate and the amount of points Chelsea would have right now would be way better.
Because I think their expected goals are insane, dude.
Yeah,
and they just not.
They are endless firepower.
And then it doesn't help that Kepa's weird. I like Kepa, but he is weird.
He's still a few letters short of being a goalie, but I told you.
Yeah, 2 E's and an R. But I don't know. I do like Kepa. I don't think he's a terrible goalkeeper. I don't know why he fucking sucks.
I loathe Kepa. But from the attitude to the player's ability, I think that he's just nothing special. He should never have been the world record signing of like a world record fee for a goalkeeper. I've never rated him. I don't know what it is. I've never rated him.
I think most people don't rate him, and especially watching him play for Chelsea this season, you can't rate him.
I guess at Chelsea you have such big shoes to fill though. In the goal, it was Cech, then it was Courtois, and then
it was Mendy and Kepa.
No, but the thing is, it wasn't supposed to be Mendy. Mendy to the rescue.
Yeah, Mendy to the rescue.
But it was supposed to be Kepa, bro. That's why I think and not only that, but you come in to replace Courtois, and you come in as a new world record like a goalkeeper fee signing. There was so much, and that's why I have a lot of like issues with these types of fees on players. I think a player cannot help but be affected by it, bro. You cannot help but feel the weight of that.
I would hope not, though. I would hope that these are like professionals who get paid millions
Definitely,
and millions.
but
And to sign for a team for millions and
you
millions,
know,
I
think can handle those types of fees. I think it's players who are well into their 20s. Not a 21-year-old bro that's coming off the back of one really promising season. And all of these people are telling you, bro, you the next, you the next, you the next. And then you see this world record fee get paid for you to come to Chelsea with all these expectations. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. New country, new language, new people, new league. That's a lot to deal with.
New phone, who does? But I think he just needs time. Like
he does need
Gio
time.
was shit when he came to
he
United
does need
as
time.
well.
No, I don't think so. I remember the Gio being like,
no,
that's class.
No,
bro.
that wasn't always class. The Gio didn't start off as a fucking firecracker. There was a point where the Gio came in and people were like, "Fuck, we might need to replace this guy."
I do remember that, but he turned things around much quicker than Kepa is.
He did turn things around.
I mean, I think like 3 seasons in, United fans were saying give him a lifetime deal.
But again, it doesn't help when like Kepa's competition was Dubravnik and Dean Henderson. Obviously, he's gonna look like the best fucking goalkeeper.
Yeah. And look, it looks like this season he's obviously the better between him and Mendy because he's getting the minutes now.
Yeah, but isn't Mendy injured?
I've seen Mendy on the bench. Yeah, like it's. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Whatever coach comes into Chelsea, you at least know that you've got the world record signing, or was the world record signing goalkeeper. Like he is a solid goalie. Like you said, he just needs time.
I think he just needs.
He just needs time, and you won't need to invest anywhere in that squad. Maybe in defense. You know, obviously next season Thiago Silva's gonna get older. Koulibaly looks sketchy as hell.
Yeah, the defenders are very sketchy. But
I think Cucurella needs to go.
I like
bro.
Cucurella.
He needs to go.
I like Cucurella. He works hard.
No.
He works hard.
Nah, bro.
And he's got beautiful hair. But I think Chelsea just need to get a striker, bro. Invest in a fucking big time striker. Done.
They're gonna go. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I thought João Felix was gonna be that guy.
Yeah, but no, he never plays a striker. He didn't play a striker for.
But I just mean he can play as striker. So I just thought at Chelsea because much like how Kai Havertz can play a striker.
That's Chelsea's issue though. Everyone can play a striker. So no one is a striker.
Yeah, there's no dedicated out and out.
Sterling can play a striker. Havertz can play a striker. João Felix, Mudryk can play a striker.
I think next season they revisit the Neymar
signing. I still think they fucked up by not signing Ronaldo when he left United. Because is Ronaldo exactly what Neymar is? An old person who's going to play striker?
I guess.
It's exactly the same thing.
I guess, but he's not 37 yet. He's in like 32.
But Ronaldo doesn't play like he's 37 though.
Look fair. Fair enough. To each their own. But yeah, I don't know. I think that definitely was opportunistic. I think that Graham Potter, if I was him, I'd take some time out, enjoy that money. Enjoy that payoff. And then you come back next season. Wait for this don't even negotiate with anybody right now, bruh. Don't even negotiate. Just chill.
And then sign for Leicester.
Just chill, bruh. Do you know Chelsea also paid, apparently they paid like 20 mil to get him from Brighton. And then it cost him 60 mil to pay him out of his contract, bro. So that was an 80 million pound mistake in 6 months.
Hey, we all make mistakes.
Damn, bro. But yeah, I would take some time. But let us know what you think. And who you think should be the one to come into this Chelsea side and kind of fix things. I mean, I know they've got a caretaker in place now till the end of the season. Maybe he does a madness. I mean, look, the last time they had a caretaker in charge was Di Matteo, and he won them the Champions League. So
yeah, but Di Matteo wasn't.
No, I'm just saying, bro. If they get a Champions League trophy again out of another interim manager,
he kind of looks like light skin Pharrell. I'm gonna say that. But I saw this thing that I saw about like a short list. And it's like Conte's are possible.
No way.
Marino's are possible.
No way.
Luis Enrique's are possible. Diego Simeone's are possible.
Probably. He seems like such a Chelsea manager.
He kind of does seem like
he plays Chelsea ball, bro.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Chelsea have options.
They've got options, but I think Nagelsmann's their guy. But I do think that someone that I think deserves more of a look at is Luis Enrique. Because another thing, Nagelsmann is promising, but Nagelsmann is young. And I think that that Chelsea squad, those player profiles, that size, you need experience.
I think you need an old, big name manager, old guy.
I was talking to Russ, who's been on the show obviously before. Shout out Russ. And he was saying he's especially disappointed with both sackings because he thinks both these clubs could be on the up and up now, which I do agree with. But I think I was telling him that Ancelotti, there's a lot of rumor that he could leave Real Madrid at the end of the season. Mm-hmm. I don't see why Ancelotti doesn't deserve a shout either. I mean, he's already managed in the Premier League at Everton. And could you imagine him with that squad of players as well, considering what he's done at Real Madrid?
I know, but I said this last time. I think he's done. I think he goes international.
I think Chelsea can afford to tempt him out of a retirement from club football. I think Chelsea can say, "But give us one season. Just give us one season where we can get a solid foundation and really plan the follow-up."
Would he want to do that? He's made so much money.
He went to Everton.
That was way back in the day.
Yeah, that was before he went back to Real Madrid.
Yeah, that was
like 4 years ago.
Yeah, but I think he's older now. I don't think he.
Okay, fair enough. I just think that he's worth if he's an option, bro. If Chelsea want to bring in someone who's a big profile manager who can manage big personalities and big squads,
I kind of just want to see them try and get Mourinho back.
Nah, Mourinho, I want to say he must stay at. I think at Roma, I don't think things are going so great anymore.
But they were going well.
But he's so much happier in Italy, bro.
He does look happy.
He's so much happier in Italy. I think he needs to stay there. Brendan Rodgers on the other hand, just before we move on. Brendan Rodgers, I think, deserves a shout for the Spurs job. I think that he could do a job. There's Spurs and Leicester on a very similar level. Yeah. And after his time at Liverpool, bro, he did do quite well at Liverpool.
Did, but again, that was a very good Liverpool team. That was Suarez, Sturridge, Gerrard.
I just mean, I think he's already shown that he's ready for that level of expectations and all that jazz. Yeah, I think he deserves Luis Enrique as well, but it would break my heart to see Luis Enrique go to Spurs. So I love Luis Enrique. I think that when he was at Barca, I was like, damn, bro, this dude is the next. But
I like Luis Enrique too. But with Rodgers, I also like who did Leicester buy?
That was the thing. They were living in infamy for not recruiting and not investing.
That all sounds like manager issues though.
No, they needed players.
So then why didn't they get players?
I think it's a matter of, look, the owner obviously passed away a few years ago and now his son is in charge of the club. I think that the owner was pretty much the main financial backer, and I think over the years the money's just dried up. They've spent money in recent years, but this season they just did not spend. They only brought in
people too. They sold
players, and they only brought in Vote Face, whatever you say his name is. Yeah. But that's it, bro. So Rodgers wasn't back, but at the same time, you cannot tell me that Leicester side shouldn't be doing better than they currently are, bro.
They should be doing very well.
They've also been very unfortunate with injuries. I know James Maddison spent a lot of time on the sideline this season. But
he did spend some time.
It just, I think Rodgers, he's done more than enough to not leave as a failure, I think. He won them their first ever FA Cup, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he's a failure.
He had 2 back-to-back 5th place finishes with them. Like, he's done really well at Leicester.
But maybe this is, maybe Leicester are just, at the tail end of their peak.
Oh, of this era, basically.
Because, even Vardy, what has Vardy done?
Yeah. I think he's also had some
stopped
injuries
scoring,
this season.
then Leicester fucking stopped doing well.
Look, Patson Daka's looked really good this season, but they are very much going to lose him again at the end of the season. There's no doubt they're going to lose him at the end of the season.
So look, I do like Brendan Rodgers. I do think I did like him at Liverpool. I think he's a very solid manager, but this Leicester team should be doing better.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's his fault necessarily though. Like you said, Vardy's not performing. They're not getting money, maybe whatever.
But look, go to Spurs, bro. Go to Spurs. I think maybe Spurs go, you know what? Fuck it. Kane is leaving.
Yeah,
Kane is leaving. We're not going to have Champions League football. Let's get Rodgers in and let's build a team with Rodgers. I think Rodgers, he would know how to build a team. I think he's a very experienced manager. He's a very intelligent manager. He knows how to work with what he's got. He just milked that Leicester team for everything that it had left in it. Everyone else in the league strengthened.
Yeah.
Everyone else in the league strengthened.
Maybe he just leaves
England. Nah, bro.
No.
Nah.
I think Brendan Rodgers goes to Villarreal.
That'll be bizarre. Could you imagine those players having to understand that, bro? That's another thing also going back to Chelsea. That side of the squad, how many different languages are being spoken in that locker room, bro?
Yeah.
Like, you got to communicate with all those guys.
That's why you need a big time manager.
You need a big time manager, bro. Time manager. But let us know who you guys think should replace Spurs and Chelsea. Like we said, I don't think they're going to be replaced before the end of the season. But who do you guys think would be the better fits for either club? Moving on to results, my favorite part of the show.
Let's skip this part.
My favorite part of the show, league leaders Arsenal maintain that 8-point gap ahead of Man City after they beat Leeds 4-1 at Emirates. What a game. Leeds came out strong. That first half had me nervous. I cannot lie. But when I say nervous, not so much like, I think we're going to lose this. Just, I didn't think that the game would end 4-1. That scoreline's very comfortable. But that first half, Leeds was solid. Ramsdale definitely had to pull off some saves. But Gabriel Jesus, dog. The return
I guess
to the
he's
team.
back, eh?
Dude, it's bizarre how much life he adds to that run of play. I think we did really well to get by without him. Shout out Rob Holding as well, filling in for Saliba at the back, looked solid again. But yeah, Gabriel Jesus, absolutely the highlight of the game, bruh. I think that he injects so much aggression to the run of play, to the attack. It's so hard for teams to just keep track of our front three, bro. Him, Saka, and Trossard started. Trossard was phenomenal.
Him, Trossard, and Martinelli.
Oh my word, bro. Trossard was great again on the day. I'm just loving it, bro. We can literally rotate up front, and it looks like it just keeps working.
Because Martinelli, Trossard, and Jesus are doing so well, who comes off for Saka in the next?
No, look, I think Trossard is still definitely the rotational option.
Is it?
I think he is. But at the same time, I think Arteta's finding a perfect balance between when to play who in which game. Do you know what I mean? I think he's finding the perfect balance, bro. I think he took a risk resting Saka. Saka's played the most football, like, ever for Arsenal. This, since he's really become a first team player. That's kind of why you
have to rest him now.
And that, this was his first time being rested. And I think that more often than not, we've seen Arteta rather go against his better judgment, I would assume, and start him when he doesn't need to. But this is like the first time he full on rested him. And it worked. So I think Trossard, the fact that he's showing enough that Arteta can trust resting Saka, I think that means that he's definitely going to be a regular starter. More so than Fabio Vieira at this moment in time. But next season, Fabio Vieira is going to get more minutes. I think this is probably Xhaka's last regular start season.
Do you think so? He's played so well.
He has played really well. I just think from next season, he becomes more of a rotational option and also a when we need you player.
I kind of think Xhaka's hitting his peak now.
No, he is. But I think he's hit it. And look, if the goal scoring continues, he'll change my mind. I'd love it. I just think that next season, we can absolutely improve on Xhaka. As good as he is doing, we can still improve on that's always the saddest thing about him. He's a solid player, but there is an improvement that can be made.
I used to not like him, but now I actually really do.
Nah, I love him. I've always loved him. And right now, as far as goal scoring midfielders go, there's not many better than him. There's not many better. But I think that there's another level. Arteta always speaks about this 5-step plan, and he says we're in stage 3 basically and all that. I think that there's another level to unlock in this
like Alcoholics Anonymous.
like Alcoholics Anonymous. I think there's another level to unlock that you kind of need. I mean, look, all the talk is about Declan Rice signing with Arsenal next season. Declan Rice is not coming in to replace Thomas Partey.
No.
It's going to be Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, and Martin Odegaard. That's our central midfield, bro.
I guess that would be.
And you bring in Xhaka when you need him, bro. If you're playing an especially physical game, bring him on, rest Odegaard, you know what I mean? He's going to be used more strategically. He's too big of an influence in that team to just let go. Yes. But I think this is his last regular starting season for Arsenal. And he's had a hell of a time, bro. The season has been fantastic for him. And yeah, he showed it again in this game against Leeds, bro. Everything went right. I know we conceded the goal, stupid goal to concede. But it was a solid performance. I think we keep the pressure on Man City. After their game against Liverpool, which you're going to get to, we obviously had to respond. And what better way to respond than with the exact same scoreline? Let me ask you, is it currently at this stage now, Arsenal have 9 games left, we're into the single digits. Is it Arsenal's to lose, or you still giving it a few more games?
Man City are doing so well. Arsenal have to play big games.
We still have to play Liverpool, and we still have to play Man City.
And Newcastle away.
Yeah, which is going to be tough.
Fuck, dude. So I was like, a couple of weeks ago, I was saying it's guaranteed United finishes top 3. That doesn't even look like that's going to happen anymore. Fuck, dude, it's tough. I still think Arsenal. I would much rather Arsenal win the league than City. So I'm still gonna say Arsenal. Let's go.
But it's not theirs to lose quite yet.
No, I did.
I think this Liverpool game that's coming up is the decider. If we win that game,
Yeah.
that's the last mega hurdle because we can afford to lose against City.
Yeah. But like I said, you still have to play Newcastle. There's still some decent games that Arsenal had to play.
Yeah.
But I think they are in such good form. The team is so fucking creative. I think they will win the league.
Let us know what you guys think. Is it Arsenal's to lose? Is it Arsenal's to lose? On to one of the highlights of the weekend now. Speaking of Newcastle away. Newcastle beat Man United 2-0 at St. James Park. Ethan, what happened, bro? What went wrong?
I'll tell you what went wrong. McTominay went wrong. No.
Super Scott, bro.
Look, fuck me, dude.
It was a bad look for United,
No,
that game was not a good look.
Again, though, I said United played terribly in that Fulham game too until Fulham got those red cards and won the game.
You admitted that they did get lucky.
There's just such a fucking difference in that team, dude. Like, as soon as you take Casemiro out, there is nothing. There is no midfield at all. No matter who you put there.
I saw the stat here with Man United's win rate without Casemiro is 33% and with Casemiro 76%. So that is...
I know, it's huge.
That is massive.
It's huge,
bro. And look, you know what's disappointing is I was talking about this the other day. Casemiro obviously so far has had 2 straight reds. So by default,
he's stupid.
So by default, he's missed 7 games. On top of that, he was out also with injury. I think, let's say all in all, he's missed 11 games for United this season. If he played those 11 games, how different United season would be playing.
I know. Sabitzer could be playing
those
next
straight
to him.
reds were so stupid.
So stupid.
They were some of the harshest calls that I've seen this season, bro.
That's why I think there's a Casemiro agenda. But yeah, look, let's get into it. We all you and Spons both predicted, I think, Newcastle wins.
I'd hoped the Newcastle win, yeah.
We all knew it'd be tough. St. James Park, it's Newcastle home. It's going to be fucking tough. Newcastle have like the best defensive record at home or something.
Bro, and that atmosphere.
I know, the atmosphere was insane. The crowd was
shit,
so hectic, bro. Yeah. But from the get-go, it was all Newcastle. United did fuck all. United turned into last season counter-attacking United.
Yeah, bro. Desperate. It was desperation.
Completely desperate. But what's weird is McTominay started as Cam. And I can only think the reason that happened is because...
What happened at Scotland?
Is because Ten Hag watched him do well at Scotland.
Yeah.
Which fair enough.
Can't blame him.
Can't blame him, but holy shit, he was bad as a Cam. Because that means then Sabitzer and Bruno become like the 2 holding mids, kind of.
Which doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Bruno is not a holding midfielder,
No, it doesn't work
bro.
at all. And also, he had a fucking... his passes were nowhere. Holy shit, his passes were bad.
And his attitude again, bruv.
Yes, always. That's kind of Bruno's whole shtick.
Damn.
But, so yeah, as soon as like that, and we were talking about how like there's no way they'll outwork United's mid. Holy shit. Yeah, United's mid.
They ran you guys into the ground.
Completely. And it's tough because I kind of think Martinez had a good game. I kind of think Varane had a good game.
He did. All of Newcastle's attacks, I don't think it was central defenders' problem, like mistakes, really. They abused the flanks,
the wings, bro. Yeah. Dalot got cooked a couple times by Saint Maximum. Luke Shaw got cooked a couple times as well.
And if they did cut through the middle, they literally just kept that ball away from Martinez and Varane as best they could, but it worked.
But I saw stats as like in the first 18 minutes, Newcastle had more shots than they did in the whole of the cup game that we had against them last time. So it was fucked from the beginning. United were on the back foot, counter-attack from the beginning.
That is actually true. Just a few weeks ago, Man United...
I know. We had Casemiro then, though, didn't we? We had Casemiro.
He wasn't suspended for that.
But, and obviously, so Nick Pope was in goals today, so he's back. But yeah.
Not that he had much to do.
Not that he had much to do at all. Weghorst had 1 shot.
Weghorst, that was a bad game for Weghorst.
It was a fucking bad
If ever there was a performance you needed to make you think as a United fan, like, we should not keep this guy. That was it, bro.
No, we shouldn't keep this guy. I've vehemently been against Weghorst this whole time.
Yeah. Not even as a squad player?
No, I know he's just a fucking butt filling a seat, but god damn, we got so many better butts. So yeah, I actually think Anthony played well. Did you see Anthony?
Anthony did do well, but Anthony again, I felt for him because he could only do so much.
Yeah,
He was getting no service, and when he got the service, he was in the worst areas to work from.
He did a couple Anthony classics, took some left-footed shots which went wide, but he did play a couple nice balls in the box, and he fucking kill Dan Burn on that left, dude. Holy shit.
That was actually, I'm not gonna lie, that was quite a nice battle.
No,
I think he did kill Dan Burn, but Dan Burn also, he had his moments.
But then what was weird is, I think because Rashford was playing so shit on the left, at one point they switched them. And then Rashford was getting smashed by Dan Burn on the left, dude. I was like, Rashford's fucking ass.
Damn.
Rashford is ass. I've been saying it for a long time.
This is similar to like when with the United versus Arsenal, where Rashford was cooking Ben White and then we brought Tommy Asu on and all of a sudden...
Dude, yeah, Rashford had a fucking stinker of a game. But I saw Luke Shaw in like I think some other players as well, in like the post-match and shit, they were just saying like Newcastle wanted it more. Yeah. It's like, yes, that's a bullshit excuse. Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah.
Why did they want it more? That's stupid.
That's true. Like, how the fuck, bro?
How the fuck did they want
you
it more?
You play for Manchester United. This is a professional game of football. How did you not want to win more than them?
But yeah,
you're both fighting for Champions League football.
I think overall, this is probably Ten Hag's fault. I don't think you start McTominay as Cam. I don't think you put Bruno there. And I think you probably do put Fred in. You probably, like, instead of... I like Sabitzer, but he kind of falls asleep sometimes. I think you put Fred in there. At least Fred runs around.
Fred, literally, that dude runs like he's a battery.
Yeah, so yeah. And De Gea, there were a couple shaky... You can see they still... I don't know why. I guess it's modern fucking soccer, but they still clearly want him to pass out from the back.
Yeah, play out from the back.
Even though it never works, he's the worst at it. And I don't think that's big enough reason for you to say he's a shit goalkeeper. I just don't think that's his...
He's doing what the coach is asking.
Yeah, and I don't think
that's not his forte.
And I don't think that's his strength. Yeah.
It's kind of weird that so many clubs insist on forcing that style of play.
No, look, it makes sense because in the build-up, logically, you have another number. If your keeper can play as an outfield player a little...
It's great. It does help.
It's another outfield player.
If you don't have a dude that's going to do that, then work with what you got, bro.
The thing is, though, with United, obviously, no more Ronaldo and shit. So what tends to happen is if we don't fucking play out from the back, De Gea's going to boot it up and we're going to lose it. Because
Weghorst is supposed to be there.
Weghorst isn't good in the air. Bruno's not good in the air. Anthony's not good in the air. Rashford's not good in the air.
But next season, if you guys get someone like Osimhen in, then maybe that becomes an option.
Yeah, exactly. But for now, though, we kind of fucked. So
and you should play out from the back. Varane and Martinez are good. They are right to the ball at the feet.
They are good. And you could see they were getting mad because there were a lot of times where De Gea just hoofed it upfield. And you could tell they were kind of like, we kind of want to play out from the back. But you can't. De Gea's not the keeper who could do that. You shouldn't expect him to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should change our all keeper's DNA just because it's the one type of soccer you want to play.
He's like a classic goalie. He's like a Bernd Leno. He's a brilliant shot stopper.
Dude, he's an insane fucking... Dude, he's made like so many good saves in this Newcastle game because, again, it was all Newcastle. Yeah. He had to make a fuck ton of saves. And he did. He made good saves. Anyone who says De Gea out, stupid.
It's the last of a dying breed.
I think United is kind of like Chelsea. I think it's so tough being a goalkeeper at a team like that. I think De Gea is the best we got and the best we will get.
Look, he's one of the best around. Like you say, just because it's not working out with United's current style of play doesn't mean that he's a bad goalkeeper.
No, he's not a bad. He's just a shot stopper, and he's just not going to pass off.
And he does that job. He does that job quite fine.
Yeah,
he does that job quite fine.
But one more thing. I do think Newcastle they physically they ran through us completely.
Yeah.
And another weird, I've seen a lot of people been pointing this out. United have kind of been downhill since we won the League Cup. Which is kind of true. Since then, it's the Liverpool loss. It's this.
That is very, very true.
And the Fulham game where we barely won.
That is true. How much did that game take out of you
guys? It's only 3 games, I know, but it's kind of concerning.
And there's been an international break. You'd think United would come back looking recharged.
It is concerning that we're on such a downhill thing. But obviously enough, Newcastle is 3rd now, United's 4th.
Yeah.
I don't think we should panic yet. I think our next games are like Everton and some other team. I think if we lose, if we don't get 6 points from the next 2 games, then we panic. Yeah.
Look,
but I think
that being said, like what you said with Newcastle up now into 3rd. After the game, Opta has done a top 4 predictor, and Manchester United still have 85% prediction to finish in the top 4. Newcastle 67%. So, like you say,
that's why I'm not that scared right now.
It's not really quite
one
time
or
to
two
panic
more games.
Just yet.
If we fucking shit against Everton, then we panic.
Also, with this top 4 predictor, Arsenal and Man City 100% predicted to finish in the top 4. So Arsenal back in the Champions League, no matter what, yo. It is going to be so good to see Champions League football back at the Emirates, dog. Oh, man. Thursday nights have been good to me, but I'm ready for Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Yeah, man, United, that loss, I think, even though, like you were saying now, just to kind of sum it all up, I think you could have seen Newcastle getting something from this game, but it was the performance
so bad
from United that was the most shocking, bruh.
Yeah, and I will put it on Ten Hag. I think Ten Hag fucked up.
You got it wrong tactically.
Yeah.
I guess that McTominay thing also, it's kind of weird to work your way back from. If it doesn't work from the start and you allow Newcastle to get in that groove.
And also, you took Anthony off. Anthony was literally our best attacking player. You took Anthony off. You could see Anthony was upset when he came off. I think overall, not the best. Even with subs and shit, not the best.
Damn. But yeah, like you say, the next up for United, I think it is Everton.
I think it's Everton and then some other team. I can't remember. But I do expect United to, either maybe like Brentford or something. I do expect United to win them both.
Brentford at home.
At home. I think United wins that. I think we should beat Everton too.
Yeah.
If we don't, we panic.
Brentford at home is tomorrow night.
Oh, sick. Okay, well, let me just... I think we beat Brentford. Holy shit.
I think Ivan Toney may be about to rain on the parade again. And I'm not going to lie, based on the current run of form,
I know.
I think...
we should have Martial start in this game because he came on as a sub at one point. So I think Martial's in. I think with Martial in, as soon as he came in, he was much better than Weghorst. I think if Martial starts, we can win this 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 United.
Nah, I'm calling 2-0, 2-1 Brentford. 2-1 Brentford. And then the last thing we have to obviously touch on results-wise was Manchester City's demolishing of Liverpool. 4-1.
Anything you want to say, Spons? Oh, yeah. He's not here.
Maybe that's why Spons isn't here. Nah. He did want to be here. I had my hopes up for Liverpool scoring the first goal.
Yes, I did too.
And Man City put those hopes to bed.
Yes. Yeah, Liverpool turned into like United. It was all counter-attacking football.
You know what's sad is kind of how little they used to say about this game. It was just a run-of-the-mill Man City game.
We can say is fucking Trent got cooked.
Jeez, but he's been getting cooked this season.
Both the fullbacks got cooked. Kind of Mahrez did well on the other side as well. Mahrez and Grealish both fucking killed it. So both fullbacks got cooked. And I think...
Van Dijk, I'm sorry, he's past it.
No, he's not past it.
He's past it, bro. He's past it. I think a lot of the reason their fullbacks are getting cooked is because... I think a lot of the reason that the fullbacks used to do so well was because Van Dijk was... He's always seen, to me, to be the commander at the back of that back line.
That's
you know
what
I mean?
Is, yeah.
I think the more he gets in his own head about his own performances, the less control he has on that back line. And
but that doesn't mean he's finished, though. It just means he's got a bad run of form. And I think he's going to get out of it at some point, I hope.
Maybe.
But,
maybe.
I don't know what Liverpool do. Maybe you start playing Milner more as a right back. I know he's old.
You want to avoid that.
Are you kidding me? Milner's insanely good.
I'm saying you would want to avoid
Milner
that.
is insanely good.
I don't think any manager wants to play a 34-year-old at right back right now.
Well, they'd be dumb not to. But I think Milner's good. I think you start playing Milner more. Give Trent, do something with him. Take him out for a bit. And then, fuck, dude. Yeah, honestly, it was all City.
It was bad. It was without Haaland.
But they played like really like each goal. All the City goals were like well formulated team goals. Like Paul here, there.
Dude, the one thing I wanted to say was that game without Haaland, that looked like the Man City of old.
Yes, Alvarez does play a lot more similar to Aguero.
It looked like the Man City of old.
But I still don't think you pick Alvarez over Haaland.
No, of course. I look at buys into what we've spoken about in the show before, where we're still very much seeing a Man City in transition this season. I just think that this was literally an opportunity for Pep to go back to what they know. And it was pretty fun to see. I can't lie.
No, it was good. Yeah, it was
obviously, it's annoying because I want Man City to drop points, but that football is so attractive. But it was just a reminder. And I think once Man City absolutely get it right with Haaland in the team, next season, whole new level. But next season, what we're going to see from Liverpool, that's anybody's question. Klopp himself is saying that they need to find a way to turn things around.
Replace the defense, replace the mid. The only thing we can say is doing well is the strikers.
But the strikers need to be finishing better, bro.
They do need to be finishing better. But
same thing like we said about Potter. It's not Potter's fault that the strikers can't put away those chances.
Yeah.
Same thing with Klopp.
But I think without a doubt, though, you can say Liverpool's best players have been Alisson.
Alisson is having a solid.
Alisson.
He can.
Alisson, Nunes, and Salah. Those have been the best players.
And Salah started very slow.
Yeah, he did.
Salah started especially slowly this season. But yeah, look, they're going to have a very, very early opportunity to make up for that. Obviously playing against Chelsea.
Is it weird that I think Chelsea's gonna win?
Both of them need to win.
I think Chelsea will win.
You think Chelsea gonna win? Whose home is it at actually?
I don't know, but I think Chelsea will win. I think the I know this is a fucking stupid metric, but the expected goals
It's at Stamford Bridge.
The expected goals of Chelsea, I think they will overpower Liverpool, and I think they will score. At some point, they will start scoring.
It's at Stamford Bridge, but Chelsea did just lose 2-0 at Stamford Bridge, so
Yes,
playing
but
at Stamford Bridge
again,
doesn't mean much.
Martinez put on a really good performance in that Villa Chelsea game. I think he came away with like man of the match on like a 9-point-something rating.
Dude, if Mudryk is gonna come through against Liverpool with finishing like he had against Aston Villa, bro.
Yes, but
that was shocking, brother.
I know that was shocking.
That man deserves the 007 title just for that.
Give him time. Let him cook. I think Chelsea will take it. I think
Chelsea take it?
Yeah, I see more fire in Chelsea than I do in Liverpool.
Man, I'm hoping Luis Diaz starts. There is I don't think he's gonna start, but Klopp said definitely for the next game he'll be in, but maybe he makes a bit of a cameo. But yeah, I normally bank on Liverpool after they get a hiding. Because I think that team has players with a mentality who just will not stand for that shit. You know what I mean? I think if anything, the best wake-up call for Liverpool could be that beating. And I think it could start with Chelsea. Stamford Bridge is not a fortress anymore.
And there's got no manager.
It is not a fortress anymore. Liverpool are going into this game knowing that they have Arsenal next. If they don't put on a show tomorrow night...
I'm kind of expecting Liverpool to lose that too, bro.
I can understand them losing the Arsenal game. I'm hoping on them losing the Arsenal game. But if they don't do well against Chelsea, then they pretty much shouldn't even turn up for the Arsenal game. Do you know what I mean? They have much more to prove. Chelsea, I think now at 11th, I think everybody, players included, all know. But
I
season,
know they have more to prove, but I think Chelsea's players are better.
Chelsea's players, yeah, they shouldn't be because Chelsea's players are have more potential, but Chelsea's players are younger. I think the better squad is Liverpool's squad. I think Liverpool's players are better players. But the thing is, they are not playing like the better players. They have a team of record setters and record breakers.
Yes, but your midfield is Fabinho, Elliott, and Henderson.
Oh, okay, I'm not isolating to just midfield.
I'm saying player for player, Chelsea probably wins.
Player for player. We should do a full player for player.
At some point, yeah, maybe.
We should do a full player for player. Which is
I think Chelsea wins though, especially considering the bad form of certain players in that Liverpool squad.
No. Okay, you going Liverpool win. You going Chelsea win. I'm going Liverpool win. I think Liverpool start turning things around, and I think they start pushing for their top 4 because they know one more slip up, they are fucked, bro. One more slip up and they are fucked. But then again, I guess same thing for Chelsea. Chelsea can't. I don't think they can afford to miss out on Champions League football. All these new players they just signed came with mega wages on big long-term contracts, and that Champions League money makes a difference. I don't care how rich Todd Bowley is.
Yeah,
I think they need to finish in the top 4. But I think Liverpool they've shown before, but when they want something more, they will get it, bro. I think Liverpool should pull it off. I think 2-1 Liverpool. What you gonna go?
I'm going to say let's go 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0 Chelsea.
Yeah.
Damn.
I think Kipper's gonna fucking kill it.
Alright, bro. Hopefully you're wrong. Let us know in the comments what you guys think about your predictions for the upcoming games. The Man United versus Brentford, Liverpool versus Chelsea. Obviously, there are other games going on as well. But yeah, we do need to wrap things up. Spons will be back with us from the next episode. As usual, be the whole gang.
And also, as usual, this is the podcast that never sleeps.
Spons isn't even here for this hype. I can't do it like the one and only. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us a rating. Give us a review. Whatever platform it is you listen to us. And we will catch you on the next one.
Cool.